Us in the studio this morning, we've been telling you that Carol Kostiniak, the Secretary for Catholic Education, was going to be here. Thank you so much for coming in to answer some of these questions that so many families have about what was, I know, a difficult decision for the diocese and also very difficult for these families.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've had people writing in on Facebook this morning, and I know you've had a lot of questions, I'm sure, coming your way. And one of the ones we're seeing repeated is, how did the Buffalo schools avoid this, the ones in the city?
Right now we are working with the Bison Fund to try and find scholarship money for those city students. We have a commitment to the poor, and most of our city schools are serving that very poor. So we are looking for options, scholarship options, to help those city students continue to attend a Catholic school.
You talk about a commitment to the poor, and I know that was one of the criteria for which schools to close and which schools to keep open. I know there were a lot of other things on that list. So I want to talk about St. Francis School in the city of Tonawanda, because that's a school that's come up in questions from parents who claim that the enrollment has actually been going up at that school and that it's the only option in the city. What was the decision based on to close that particular school?
Well, we looked at enrollment, of course, but that was not the only criteria. We had hundreds of different criteria. Some of it was financial. What was the financial condition of the school and of the parish? What was the school building? What were the demographics in that region? And many of those criteria just did not meet our standards. We are looking at busing options for some of those families, and we'll work with those families to find other schools.
Real quick, what happens to the endowment that school had?
Well, we would hope that they would use that to help their students continue in Catholic education, so that endowment can follow the student.
Okay.
And Carol, another question I wanted to ask. A lot of people have noticed the ad that started running yesterday from you guys. How does that fit into the revitalization plan for the schools?
Well, we hope it shows our future. We really are looking at the STREAM initiative, which is science, technology, engineering, and math, which is STEM. We add the arts, which is the creativity and the design, and then, of course, religion, our faith. How do we use what we learn for social justice issues?
Thank you so much for coming in this morning to answer some of these questions. We appreciate your time, and I know you'll be answering a lot more questions that you'll be getting from parents and others.
Well, thank you for the opportunity.
Sure. Thanks, Carol. And we will